Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Impression by V, and on today's channel we're going to be draft and sew this trending half circle gown with a drawstring at the sleeve. So the first thing you need to do is to know the formula for calculating an half cycle, which is 3.142. So whatsoever your measurement is, you're going to be dividing it by that 3.142. And whatsoever you get, my waist measurement that I'm working with is 32 inches, as you can see. So 32 divided by 3.142, you're going to get 10. Then this becomes your radius. Then you are going to add your length to your radius, and the length I'm working with is 43 inches. When you remove 43 from your half length, my half length is 17 inches, so I'm going to get 25 inches, which you can see at that point, 25 inches. So you'll be adding the 25 inches to your radius, which is 10.1 plus 25 inches, which is your length, plus 1 inch for hemming allowance if you want to add. So everything becomes 36 inches. So now we're going to be folding our fabric with this particular measurement. So you can just take a screenshot of this, and probably this is the formula you'll be using now for cutting a 180-degree circle or a half circle flare. Basically it's the same thing. So now we'll be going straight to the cutting section. So basically, the only thing you need to do here is to mark that 36 inches. So we're going to be marking it from the top. I didn't place my cloth on any fold, just a straight mark 36 inches because that's what we want. So just mark your desired length. Mine is 36. Yours might not be 36, so just do what you get after calculating. Yeah, so I just used my scissors to create a notch at that point, and I did the same thing at the other edge. I marked from the top and got my 36. So I created a notch at this end. I created a mark at this end. So now you're going to be picking up that 36 inches and you're going to be like folding it into two. So basically what you needed was about 72 inches on fold. Straight 72, but on fold will be 36. I hope you understand that. So you can see me doing this. So I just took my time to arrange this fabric so you could properly see it. But this fabric now is folded with that 36 inches. The next thing I did was to mark my radius. So what I have here now, we got 10.1. So I just used 11. But please, when you want to draft yours, you can use 10.5 because 11 had a lot of excess. I used 10.5 because I was going to be creating a slit at the side. So I needed allowance to join it back. I hope you understand. Then I proceeded to get my length, and the length we were working with, remember, is 26 inches, which I marked there, including hemming allowance. So I just created it to form a circle. So this is how I cut my half 180-degree circle. Remember, this fabric is folded into two against the normal 360 degrees that is folded into four. I hope you understand that. Okay, I was done marking both my radius and my length, so you can proceed to cut yours now. So I created a slit at the side. So what you need to do is to get your dart measurement, maybe probably at ½ inch, then you just slit it to the bottom. I didn't know my camera wasn't recording, so I just trying to explain. So when you get your middle, from your middle, if you want the slit to be at the left or the right, it depends on you. So from your middle now, you are going to mark 4.5. Maybe your dart normally is 4 inches, but you mark 4.5, then you join back with ½ inch, it goes back to 4. I hope you can understand. So but if you want to join with 1 inch, you mark 5 inches and it goes back to 4. So whatsoever you are doing, make sure you add allowance to it. So this is where I wanted my slit to end. From my waistline, I wanted my slit to stop at 33 inches. So I'll be sewing from that line back to the 33 inches. So the next thing we're going to do is to draft our front measurements, our upper bodies rather. So the first thing I did was to get the length, and the length I'm working with is 18 inches inclusive of allowance. So this client's shoulder measurement is 7.5, which I marked. Then from the mid shoulder to where I want the sleeve to be is going to be 23 inches rather, plus allowance is 24. So I proceeded to mark out that 24 inches. I hope you can see that. I proceeded to mark the 24 inches. Yeah, so this is it basically. So I got my shoulder measurement first, which was 15. Then from the mid shoulder to the sleeve length is 24 inches. So I'm going to be marking that 24 inches. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to get our shoulder slope, and I'm going to use 1 inch because we all know our shoulders aren't straight. So that's what I connected it to the shoulder measurement. Then now the sleeve opening I'm going to be working with for this client is 11 inches. You can decide to work with 12, 13, depends on how big your client is. So I worked with 11 inches. Then I connected it to form a straight line. So at this point, we are going to be at that point of your sleeve end, you are going to be taking your bust measurement, and the bust measurement I'm working with for this client is 37 inches, which is 9.2. Then I added 1 inch for ease. As you can see, the dress is a free dress. If you check the picture very well, the dress is not fitted at the bust, neither is it fitted at the waist, so you just need a little bit of ease, not too much. So I went over with her waist measurement. Her waist measurement is 32 inches. I added half inch for ease and 1 inch as sewing allowance. The reason I added half inch for ease because I don't want the waist to be too free, so it can give that a bit of fitted look but not too free. So you are just going to connect those two lines together. So the next thing you'll be doing is connecting the sleeve end to your body measurement. So I'm going to be using a straight ruler to connect those 2 points. Now you're going to create a curve. You're going to create a curve. So now we'll go over to draft our neckline for the front. So the neckline for the front is 6 inches by. So I just took 1 inch. I just took 1.5 inch away from my shoulder measurement, 6 inches by 2.5 by 2 inches. But I'll suggest when you want to do yours, you can go as low as 3 inches or 2.5 inch, because by the time I join the shoulder with 0.75, it's going to come up too much. So I just suggest you use something way deeper than mine, but please don't go more than 3 inches. So this is what I formed the curve. Then I went ahead to cut. That will be all. I went ahead to cut that part. So I folded another piece way bigger than my front, which will be for the back. So I measured 1.5 inch away, that will be my zip. So I'm going to be cutting exactly the same thing for both the front and back. That's the style. This is the same neckline you'll be using for both the front and back. So from the 1.5, I took 1 inch, half inch, and I took 1 inch just to remove any form of zip bulge. So in order to eliminate zip bulge, from the 1.5 inch, you're going to go in by half inch and connect it to the 1 inch at the neckline. I hope at the zip. I hope you can understand that. So we're just going ahead to cut out the back piece. So when you are done with this is what you have. Then we'll go over to cut our facing. So in order to cut your facing, you have just to take a small piece. Then on the folded edge, so you're going to be placing the front on the folded edge, and you are going to mark the neckline. You're going to chalk it down like this. Then you mark the shoulder line. Then from that place, I'm going to be marking 2 inches round. So I marked 2 inches round for mine. So I did the same thing basically for the back. So I'm going to be using a facing to finish this up. But if you want, you can choose to use a bias tape to also do this finishing, or a full lining. So we're going over to our sewing machine to make this outfit. So the first thing you need to do is to turn your neckline. This is my front piece and this is the facing I cut out. So when you're done, you're going to give little notches to help your neckline relax. So you'll be doing this for both the front and the back piece. So I was done with mine, and you can see I gave this a few notches, though I'm going to trim out of it. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to the table and give this a good press. So I'm going to be using some hemming gum to put this in place. So I was done ironing it, and this is how neat it came out. You can see how beautiful it is. So I just left a little space, like I didn't let the hemming gum get to the end because I was going to weave this later. So and I was going to, after weaving it, I was going to finish it up with the hemming gum. So I just left this little space so that I can weave. So the next thing we are going to be doing is folding the hem of the sleeve. So the reason why folding the hem of the sleeve is so we can join the shoulder next. So before joining the shoulders, you're going to sew the hem of the sleeves. So you're just going to fold it twice this way. You're going to fold it twice. You're going to do the same thing for the 2 sleeves, for the front and for the back. So when I'm done, I'll show you what to do next. So I was done folding the hem of the sleeves for both the front and the back. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to join the shoulders. So we're joining my shoulders by 0.75. So this is the reason why I said use a neckline of 2.5 or 3 inches, because this way, if you use a neckline of 2 inch and you are joining the shoulder by 0.75, you have ended up shortening the depth of the shoulder. So please go in by 3 inch or 2.5 at that point. So I joined my shoulder with 0.75 so that I can create my channel for the sleeves. So when you are done, you can proceed to shape your garments. But before then, let's go join the shoulders. So this is going to be my strap for my sleeves. So this I cut out a straight 1.5, then I folded it. So this is my shoulder that I already stitched, as you can see. So I already open pressed this so that it will be very easy for me to sew. So I wanted it to be neat. I didn't want any rough edge. So I'm going to be folding a little inside, which I did. So you just go over and fold a little of this. I already turned my strings. As you can see, I already turned out everything. So I made one part neat, which is good, the part that is going to be at the bottom, while the other rough part is going to be the one at the shoulder. I hope you can understand. So I'll just go over to my machine and fold this and make a stitch from up to down. Then when you are done with that, you are going to be passing this your rope that you have done inside. You can use a safety pin because this is the method that works very well. You can see the rough edge, and you can see one side has a neat finish. So this rough edge part is going to be the one at the bottom, and the part that has a neat finish is going to be the one at the sleeve end. So this was when I was done. You can see how beautiful and neat it is. So this is, you can see the sleeve ends. Then you can see I'm stitched there so that the rope won't pass through. So I did that for both sleeves. So the next thing we're going to do, then we're going to be taking the down parts of our half circle. So you see I already stitched with 1 inch to where I want the slits to end. So basically that's it. So this is my slits, and this, I think I used 33 inches altogether, but from the skirt line it was 14 inches. So now you cannot attach your upper bodies to your down parts. You can see how clean the slit is going to be. So this is what I want. So after I finish weaving, I'm going to use hemming gum to finish up the slit area. So we'll be attaching our upper bodies to our down parts. So basically you just get the midpoint of your slits and the midpoint of your upper bodies. So we'll be attaching it. Then when you are done with that, you can go over to fix your zipper, and that will be all basically. So I will do that and show you mine. So I already fixed, as you can see how beautiful this is, and it's neat. I already fixed mine, went ahead to fix my zip, joined my waistline, over to fold the down parts of your gown. So you can just fold twice, or you can use bias to finish it up, anyone that will be easy for you. Guys, that will be the end of this tutorial. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So here is the finished look of the dress. So for more gorgeous outfits, don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.